Donald Trump held a significant rally at Madison Square Garden, MSG, in New York City, which has been described by various sources as a gathering filled with controversial rhetoric and support for Trump's political agenda. The rally was a massive event, selling out MSG's capacity of 19,500 and attracting an overflow crowd outside the arena, with some reports suggesting up to 200,000 people were in attendance or in the vicinity chanting in support of Trump. This turnout was portrayed by some supporters as a sign of strong backing for Trump and his vision for America.
At that moment, it's going to be pretty tough for them 10 days from now to look in the eye to America with a straight face. It's going to be pretty hard to look at us and say, you know what? Kamala Harris, she got 85 million votes because she's just so impressive. As the first Samoan, Malaysian, low IQ, former California prosecutor ever to be elected president, it was just a groundswell of popular support. And anyone who thinks otherwise is just a freak or a criminal. At this stage of the game, after 9 years of listening to their lies and finding every single one of them totally false, no, it's not safe and effective, and no, she's not impressive, it's very hard for me to believe the rest of us are going to say, you know what, Joe Scarborough, you're right. You're right. Donald Trump has made it possible for the rest of us to tell the truth about the world around us. And that's the single most liberating thing you can do for people. If you want to enslave people, if you want to degrade them, force them to tell lies. And they have. They forced us to lie about everything at gunpoint, effectively. They put people in prison for refusing to lie. And not just the obvious lies that men can become women or Vladimir Putin blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. No, honestly, he did. January 6th was an insurrection. They were unarmed, but it was very insurrection-y. Not even the obvious ones, but the big lie. You know what the big lie is? The big lie is that they're impressive. That's what the big lie is.
The King of New York is back to reclaim the city that he built. My father changed the skyline of this city. He fixed the things that incompetent bureaucrats couldn't handle. He did that against all odds.
We have impeached him, indicted him, raided him, railroaded him, shot him, and sued him. And where is he? He is still standing.
They will. They've already crippled the dollar, manufactured inflation, imported a virus, censored your voices, funded transgender surgeries, and made empty promises to the middle class for 50 years. This election has to be more than a victory. It needs to be a landslide.
9 days. It's your turn to cast a vote for the man who's been in the trenches with you, the man who gets back up every time they try and knock him down. They thought they could break us. They thought they could scare us. They thought they could jail us, and they thought they could kill him. But they don't know. What doesn't break you makes you stronger.
But the last thing we're going to fix, and it's a big one. You see, I got 3 kids. They're all boys. And I'll be damned if you're going to have some school tell my boys that they can now be girls. Not on my watch. Not on the watch of Donald Trump, I can promise you that.
You know something, Trump maniacs? I don't see no stinking Nazis in here. I don't see no stinking domestic terrorists in here. The only thing I see in here are a bunch of hard-working men and women that are real Americans, brother.
It's not your father's Democratic Party. They are now full on to Marxism and socialism. They don't envision for us to save the founding principles and the greatest nation in the history of the world. Instead, what they envision for us is that we would be some sort of European-style Marxist borderless utopia, We all know that's a dangerous fool's errand.
Now, my friends, I've got the easiest job in American politics. Think about this. All I've got to do is remind people what life was like when Donald J. Trump was President of the United States.
I had a friend of mine, smart guy, he's a billionaire, texted me this morning. And he said, why the hell are you guys wasting your time in New York City instead of going to a swing state? You want to know what I told him? I said, welcome to 2024. New York is a swing state.
And don't you want a president who's going to make America healthy again?
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you. They may have good people. I'm sorry, I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2. I'm on the side of Israel. You're on the side of Israel. Donald Trump's on the side of Israel. And they're on the side of the terrorists.
I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Kamala Harris is a train wreck who has destroyed everything in her path. To make her president would be a gamble with the lives of millions and millions of people. She would get us into World War III. We're very close to World War III. If you don't have a smart president, if you don't have a president that gets it, if you don't have a president that is respected by the other side, and they did respect us 4 years ago, they really respected us. If I win, we will quickly build the greatest economy in the history of the world. Which is what we had in our last term. We will rapidly defeat inflation, and we will very simply make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable.
Nick Bosa, the defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers, made headlines by briefly interrupting a post-game interview following a win against the Dallas Cowboys, where he displayed a "Make America Great Again" MAGA hat, showing support for Donald Trump ahead of the upcoming presidential election.
Points in the first half. What was said during halftime? Hey. All right. Nick Bosa with a message there.
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
After the 49ers' victory, during an NBC interview with some of his teammates, Bosa appeared in the background wearing the MAGA hat, pointed to it, and then quickly left the scene. This action was interpreted as a clear endorsement of Trump for the election set for November 5, 2024. The gesture caused a mix of reactions. Some ex-posts celebrated Bosa's move as a significant endorsement of Trump, highlighting a shift where supporting MAGA is becoming more openly acceptable in sports. Conversely, others expressed concern over how this might affect team dynamics, particularly with teammates of different political views, or fans who might not align with his political stance. That's all for the news today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more news and information. Have a fantastic day.